Hey guys, let's start the 28th episode of Daily Football News and know what has happened in the past 24 hours. Eriksen has been discharged from hospital. Koeman talked about Messi's future. Memphis Depay moved to Barcelona. Pele hopes Neymar will break his record. Let's quickly find out all of these in this video. Before starting this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Let's start today's video with yesterday's fixtures and their results. Germany trashed Portugal by 4-2. Spain and Poland played 1-1 draw. Hungary and France also hailed a 1-1 draw. According to Corriere dello Sport, following Christian Eriksen's stabilization after his cardiac arrest, report that Inter are drawing up a list of possible replacements should he be unable to return to action. Among the targets are Dani Ceballos and Martin Odegaard of Real Madrid, Mateo Kovacic from Chelsea, Donny van de Beek from Manchester United, and Barcelona's Felipe Coutinho. Corriere dello Sport reports that Napoli are open to offers for David Ospina. The former Arsenal goalkeeper could stay in Serie A when making his next move, with it suggested that Juventus could make an approach for the Colombian. Paris Saint-Germain are making renewed attempts to sign Paul Pogba from Manchester United, according to Le Parisien. Having signing Gini Wijnaldum on a free transfer from Liverpool, PSG are continuing to reshape their midfielder and want France international Pogba as the star of the show. They reportedly have a good relationship with Pogba's agent, Mino Raiola, which could help them lure Pogba to League One. However, whether Man United are keen to let one of their main stars go is another matter. Lazio defender Stefan Radu has reached an agreement with the club to extend his contract, having previously appeared set to join Inter on a free transfer. Goal can reveal. New Inter manager Simone Inzaghi wanted the Romanian centre-back to form part of his back three. However, the 35-year-old, who has made more than 400 appearances for Lazio since joining in 2008, will remain at Stadio Olimpico a little longer. New Lazio manager Maurizio Sarri was prepared to offer the veteran a 2-year contract, with Radu's previous deal expiring this summer. Tottenham have been warned that Heung-min Son will start to question his future if Harry Kane leaves this summer, with Darren Anderton expecting all the top teams in Europe to be keeping a close eye on events in North London. He told Goal, "If Kane was to leave Tottenham, then I think Son would start to question his future. All players do. If you see a teammate go on and leave, you're disappointed. Why wouldn't you be? And at that point, if you don't do well the following season, then you're going to ask the questions yourself." Liverpool are ready to sell Divock Origi and Gurdan Shaqiri in order to bring in new attacking talent, per journalist Fabrizio Romano and the Here We Go podcast. The pair have both been relatively down the pecking order under Jurgen Klopp over the past season, and could be poised to bring their Anfield stays to a close. Origi will forever be remembered for his Champions League contributions at the club, while Shaqiri also played a key role in that European triumph in 2019. Barcelona will pass up on a potential move for Real Sociedad's Mikel Merino, as they are unwilling to meet the club's release clause, per Marca. They are looking for a central midfield option with increased urgency after Georginio Wijnaldum's potential transfer was hijacked by Paris Saint-Germain. But it will reportedly not be for Spain international Merino, who started Sociedad's 2019-2020 Copa del Rey final triumph earlier this year. Miralem Pjanic could return to Juventus on a 2-year loan part financed by Barcelona, per Corriere dello Sport. The former Bianconeri man headed to Camp Nou last term but has struggled to impress, with just 19 games in La Liga. Now, he could seal a remarkable return to Turin, and his current club may even help foot his wage bill for good measure too. Kieran Tierney is close to signing a new 5-year contract with Arsenal, one that would tie up the Scotland international's future at the Emirates Stadium until 2026. The Isle of Man-born left-back has been a key figure for the Gunners since his arrival. Now, the 24-year-old, who is currently on Euro 2020 duty with his country, looks set to be rewarded with a bumper long-term deal, and hopes it will be finalized in the coming days. West Ham will have to assure Jesse Lingard of a substantial pay rise if they are to convince him to join them at London Stadium on a full-time basis, claims Football Insider. Lingard looked to rediscover his best form under David Moyes, earning an England recall during his time there, but he will reportedly look to pick up a wage increase if he is to make the move, something that could well be beyond West Ham's desire. Leicester City remain hopeful that Yuri Tielemans will remain with them into the 2021-2022 campaign, amid interest from European heavyweights following an impressive campaign for club and country, per the Leicester Mercury. Eric Garcia claims to have had no talks with Aymeric Laporte regarding his future, but considers his Spain teammate to be a great player, and would have no complaints if he followed from Manchester City to Barcelona. The 20-year-old defender has made his own switch from Etihad Stadium to Camp Nou this summer, with the Catalan returning to his roots after 4 years in England. Sergio Aguero has also traded City for the Blaugrana, and Laporte could complete a hat-trick of deals as he is heavily linked with a move away from Manchester. Former Newcastle and Chelsea man Demba Ba has ended his free agency with a move to Swiss Super League outfit FC Lugano, the club has confirmed. But the 36-year-old is best remembered by many for his spells with the Magpies, who he joined from West Ham United in 2011, and the Blues. Aston Villa and West Ham are looking into a deal for BSC Young Boys defender Mohamed Ali Kamara, reports Sport Witness. The 23-year-old is attracting interest from a number of clubs in England and is currently under contract through to 2024. Jurgen Klinsmann would be open to taking on the vacant managerial hot seat at Tottenham Hotspur, per BBC Sport. The former Germany superstar, a World Cup winner as a player in 1990 and a bronze medalist as manager in 2006, spent a spells at White Hart Lane during his playing days. Now, with the search for Jose Mourinho's successor still rumbling on, he has thrown his hat into the ring as the club struggles to plug the gap. Aston Villa have reached an agreement with Royal Antwerp for the transfer of Bjorn Engels, subject to the completion of a medical this weekend. Ex-Dortmund manager could join the Eagles. Crystal Palace are mulling over a move for Lucien Favre to fill the managerial void at Selhurst Park, reports Sky Sports. Talks with former Wolves boss Nuno Espirito Santo fell through earlier this month as the Eagles look to appoint Roy Hodgson's successor. Now, former Borussia Dortmund boss Favre, a DFL Super Cup winner in his last job, could be the subject of an approach from the Premier League outfit. Stuttgart striker Nicolas Gonzalez is close to joining Serie A side Fiorentina despite reports he was on the verge of a move to the Premier League with Brighton, according to reports in Germany. Gonzalez appeared set for a switch to England, but now reports say he is due for a medical in Florence ahead of a €23.5 million switch. Wolves are interested in moving for former Chelsea and Atletico Madrid striker Diego Costa, reports UOL. Costa, 32, has been a free agent since he left Atletico in January and is understood to be interested in a move back to England. Benfica, Al Nassr and Besiktas have all recently shown interest in Costa. Now, let's move towards the major news of the day. Christian Eriksen says he is doing well under the circumstances after he was discharged from hospital on Friday, following a successful operation less than a week after he suffered cardiac arrest during Denmark's Euro 2020 opener. Thank you for the massive number of greetings. It has been incredible to see and feel, Eriksen was quoted by the Danish Football Union in a statement released on Friday. The operation went well, and I am doing well under the circumstances. It was really great to see the guys again after the fantastic game they played last night. No need to say that I will be cheering on them on Monday, against Russia. The DFU provided further details, adding, Christian Eriksen has been through a successful operation and was today discharged from Rikshospitalet. Today, he also visited the national team in Helsingør, and from there he will go home and spend time with his family. Barcelona have completed the signing of Memphis Depay. The 27-year-old winger has joined on a free transfer after running down his contract at Lyon. The attacker is the fourth player to join the Spanish side this summer, following Sergio Aguero and Eric Garcia, who were both signed after leaving Manchester City, and Emerson Royal. Depay has signed a 2-year deal with the club, with a release clause of €500. The Dutchman will officially join the club on July 1st but will arrive at Camp Nou after the Euro 2020. Pelé says that he is rooting for the always smiling Neymar to break his all-time Brazilian goal record of 77 after the Paris Saint-Germain forward took his tally to 68 by scoring against Peru. And Pelé, widely considered one of the greatest players ever, commented that it was impossible not to smile back when watching Neymar express himself on a football pitch. It's moving for me to get closer to Pel's record. I've been through a lot these last 2 years, Neymar said. These goal numbers are nothing more than my joy of playing for Brazil, representing my country, my family. We're all going through a very atypical moment, a very hard moment in Brazil and elsewhere. To be a role model for someone, to make people happy, it gives me joy. I love the story that I'm writing here. I want my family and friends to be proud. I hope everyone who loves this game is proud of me, because these numbers don't really mean anything, only the pride of representing Brazil. Ronald Koeman says Lionel Messi has to finish his career at Barcelona, with the Blaugrana boss expecting a contract extension to be announced soon. The 6-time Ballon d'Or winner is yet to make an official decision on his future, with the 33-year-old's current deal running down towards free agency. Koeman told Sport, Messi has to finish his career at Barcelona, so I hope we can make it official soon. Memphis Depay says first words as a Barcelona player. He expressed his feeling as being a Barcelona player, and said, it's literally a dream come true for me to join the biggest club in the world, with the greatest fans. I'm so excited to play for the fans in a full stadium. I'm going to do everything and going to give everything for the club. I'm ready. Visca El Barça. He also thanked the whole board of Barcelona, the president, and the coach for making the deal happen. What will be the score in upcoming fixtures in Euro 2020 and Copa America between Italy versus Wales, Switzerland versus Turkey, Venezuela versus Ecuador, Colombia versus Peru? Comment down your predictions. This was the end for our 28th episode. We will be back with more interesting news and transfer rumors tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.